My name is Sarah, and this is Yoga for Surfers. I have grown up in Southern California, always exposed to surfing, friends who are surfers, and so I go out here and there, and I'm not very good at it, but I had one of my best friends, my sister, ask me to make this video, Yoga for Surfers. So here it is. You might have one block as we're going to do some hamstring opening. If you have tighter hamstrings, this would be good. And if you're at home and you don't have a block, you can use a water bottle or like a very large book. All right, so let's get started. Come into child's pose. So you can do this with your knees together or apart, and the arms come out in front. And this is going to help to stretch under your armpit, the side rib cage, and into your upper arm muscles, and help with that paddling action. Okay, let the forehead rest on the floor. If this pose hurts your knees or the tops of your feet and you feel like you can't relax, instead of doing child's pose, you can come to laying on your back with your knees hugging into your chest instead. But otherwise, take a moment in child's pose. Relax your forehead, relax your jaw. And inhale through your nose. Feel the air go down into the bottom of the lungs. Exhale from the bottom of the lungs back out the tip of your nose. And trace the journey of breath. Inhale from the tip of your nose down to the bottom of the lung. Exhale from the bottom of your lungs back out the tip of the nose. Breathe as slow and as deep as feels naturally good to you. And concentrate on the natural wave of your breath. Yoga is similar to surfing, or surfing similar to yoga, in that you're feeling the rhythm. In surfing, you're feeling the rhythm of nature as the waves come in. And in yoga, you're feeling your own rhythm of your breath and the waves of breath that come in. And staying present for both, staying present to perceive the wave-like motions of nature. Take one more deep breath in. If you'd like, sigh it out. And come up into your all fours position, tabletop. Spread your fingers, arms are stacked, knees under the hips, and as you inhale, lift your chest, lift your tailbone. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under and push the floor away. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. So keep going, cat-cow cycles for the length of the inhale back bend, for the length of the exhale forward round. This is going to help loosen up your spine, and it will warm up your wrists for some of the arm strengthening we're going to do later on in the practice. So that being said, a little bit more wrist care. Turn your fingers back to your knees. And you can do cat-cows like this, or if it's pretty tight, just hold the stretch. One more, inhale, back bend. Exhale, forward round. And now an oppositional stretch. Go ahead and turn your fingers forward and put the back of your hand onto the floor. If this feels tight, don't put so much weight in it, but definitely stretch out the wrist in this way to the degree that you can, because in yoga we do a lot of flexion and you want to get some extension in too. And then if you haven't yet, go ahead and do your other wrist. Deep inhale, long exhale. now turn both hands forward. Walk your hands in front of your shoulders, point your fingers pointing forward, tuck your toes, and send your hips up and back in the air for downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Hamstrings probably feel tight. Bend your right knee, keeping your left leg straight. Bend your left knee, keeping your right leg straight. And do this a couple of times to help loosen up the legs. Again, in this pose, we're getting that sense of stretch and strength with the arms in the overhead position. And now pause. Let's take 5 breaths here. So press your fingers firm into the mat. Spin your outer upper arms back if that feels good in your shoulders, gives you a little looseness through your neck. Draw your belly muscles in and your front muscles in. Strengthen your core. Tighten your thighs. And press your heels to the floor. One more deep breath in. Long exhale. Then leading with your right foot, take a couple little steps up to the top of the mat. Find forward fold position, Uttanasana. If this is a little too intense for the body, you can rest your forearms on your thighs. But if you're feeling pretty good, catch opposite elbows and swing a little to the right and to the left. Deep inhale, long exhale. Creating balance in the body and awareness. Notice which forearm's on top and switch the forearm that's on top. So this is your non-dominant grip. And then swaying a little side to side. Take an inhale through your nose. Long exhale. Let the arms drift to the floor. Walk your hands up your shin bones. Come into a halfway lift pose. And find the longest spine you can here. So brighten your chest forward, squeeze the back muscles, tighten the belly muscles, and take an inhale into your side ribs. Exhale, fold forward. Okay, chair pose. Sit your hips down and reach your arms up. So this is going to help strengthen your thighs. Make sure that, I'm going to turn so you can see, but you can keep facing forward. Your knees and your feet are pointing straight forward in the same direction. So not knock-kneed and not splayed, but everything's lined up. And sometimes folks feel maybe some pressure in the low back in this pose. So draw the belly muscles in to give your back a little support. And if your shoulders are pretty tight, you can keep the arms more in front of the head, but as the shoulders gain flexibility perhaps, the arms start to go back by the ears. Take an inhale. Exhale, push to stand. Now stretch your body as tall as it can possibly go. And if back bending feels good for you, think more up rather than back. So lift the chest. Reach as long as you can with the arms, and then slow motion, float down over your legs, forward fold. Inhale, come up into a halfway lift. Exhale to fold, and bend your knees, plant your hands on the mat, step your right leg back, step your left leg back, so you're in an upward push-up plank. For our vinyasa sequence, we're gonna do chaturanga push-ups, and these are gonna help when you push the board down in the water to jump up on it, right? Building that strength. So let's do 2, and then we'll lower all the way onto the belly. In the chaturanga push-up, your elbows are going in by the rib cage. So go ahead and lower down, and then push up. And another thing when you push up, make sure you're not back bending. So keep your core tight. Tuck the tailbone under, cat spine, lower down, push up with flat hands, and now slowly lower all the way on to your belly, creating strength in the back chain of your body. Reach your arms behind you, flip the palms down, and now lift your chest, lift your legs. If it felt good on your body, squeeze your butt, engage the hamstrings, and now creating strength and stretch for the arm when it's in the backwards position in paddling. Squeeze your shoulder blades in and reach strongly through your fingers. For 3, you can gaze forward or up, depends what your neck likes. For 2, and now on 1, hands by the lower ribs, tuck your under, you can either use the knees or not, but come up with a flat spine, so no back bending. Tuck the tailbone under, push the four-way plank, and press back, downward facing dog pose. Okay, so this is our vinyasa sequence, Surya Namaskar A, Sun Salutation A. I'll guide a couple more rounds. Bend your knees and either step little steps with the left foot first, or you could take a giant step, forward fold. Feet could be together or hips width. As you inhale, find halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, push to stand. Inhale, stretch your body, toes to fingers, maybe a little back bend. And then exhale, a little bend in the knees, fold forward over your legs. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale to fold. And now step your left foot back, step your right foot back. You're in a high plank. And 2 push-ups, so inhale, exhale or halfway. Inhale up, exhale or halfway. Inhale up, exhale, lower all the way down onto the belly. Maybe that's considered 3. Reach your arms behind you, squeeze the legs together if it's okay with the low back, and inhale up into your Shalabhasana. Exhale, lower, hands by low ribs, tuck the toes, inhale, exhale, push up, downward facing dog. Deep breath in, long exhale. Okay, 2 more. So either take a giant step forward with your right foot, so you're in a lunge, and then step the left foot forward, forward fold, or bend your knees, push off your feet, and do a little jump, top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, stand. Inhale, make your body as long as it can possibly go. Space in the bones. Exhale, float down over the legs. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. And definitely step the right leg back. Step the left leg back. Plank, inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower all the way down onto the belly. Reach your arms back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Take an inhale. Exhale, push up. Downward dog. Okay, probably you feel some heat, right, building in the body. Take a cooling inhale. Cooling exhale. And let's do one more round. So either step with the left foot or do a little jump, top of the mat, come into your forward fold position. Inhale, halfway lift, shine the chest forward. Exhale, fold, rest the spine down. Inhale, chair. Exhale, push into the legs, stand up. Inhale, stretch. And exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, left foot back, right foot back. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower all the way down onto the belly. Squeeze the legs together. Inhale, cobra. Maybe you reach the arms back. Exhale, lower. And then do a push-up. Inhale. Exhale, downward dog. All right. Take a moment to catch your breath. You could try looking for your belly button. That's the traditional gaze and down dog. That's hard on the neck. Look at the feet. Take a deep inhale. Long exhale. Okay, a little bit more core strength. Bend your knees. Either step with the right foot first, then the left, or do that little jump top of the mat. And then squat down. Either put your hands behind you to take a seat, or you can reach forward and not use the hands. Navasana, boat pose. So this is going to help strengthen your hip flexors, strengthen your abdominal muscles, and it's a little bit of a balancing pose, right? You're balancing on the sits bones, lifting the chest up, like a little bit behind your sits bones. Okay, let's do some Navasana lowers and lifts. You can take, this is a hard practice. I'm a little out of breath, but we can do it. Inhale, knees to the chest. Exhale, lower and hover. Inhale, knees to the chest. Exhale, lower and hover. Inhale, knees to the chest. Exhale, lower and hover. So keep going. If you need this to be harder, you could reach your arms over your head. That's pretty hard. And then if you still need this to be harder, you could do it with straight legs and touch your toes. And if you're like, oh my God, my back hurts right now, I'll show you the modified variation. You can lower and lift with the feet touching the floor. Or if you want more of the legs, you can kick out and pull in and use a little bit of your arm strength too. Okay, let's do for 5. Exhaling to lift 4. Belly tight 3. 2. And now, if it's okay with your body, catch onto your legs, rock up and down the spine, and we're gonna rock all the way up into a standing forward fold. So you gotta get some momentum. Okay, the neighbors probably heard that. Forward fold. Separate your feet hips width. Interlace your hands to the low back. Squeeze your shoulder blades in. Stretch the front of the chest and the sides of your rib cage near your armpits. Bend your left knee. Touch your left shoulder to your left knee. Roll the chest open to the right. Stretching the outside edge of your right leg and under the right leg. And take a deep breath. Okay, other side. Bend the right knee. Try to touch your right shoulder to your right knee. Roll the chest open to the left. Maybe you roll to the outer edge of the left foot, stretching the outside edge of the leg. Hamstring stretching. 1 breath. Now bring your body back into the center. Hands to your lower back. Hands to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Okay, plant the hands. Right foot back, left foot back, high plank. Should we do some push-ups? Let's just do 3. Inhale, exhale, lower halfway. Inhale up, exhale, lower halfway. Inhale up, exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. In up dog, straighten your ankles. Keep breathing. Lift the thighs, lift the chest. Push the floor away. Inhale, and exhale, downward dog. Okay, take a breath. Down dog splits. Lift your right leg up in the air. Level the pelvis to the floor. Feel a stretch in your left leg. If it's pretty good, you can contract your right hamstring and lift the right leg a little higher. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, hug your right knee into the chest. Step your right foot through. Pivot the back heel down. Line up your front heel with your back arch. And lift up into warrior 2 pose. Right away, breathe slow and deep, in and out of the nose. Breath is always first. Then consider your alignment. If you're not sure, if you know what you're doing, you can just chill and breathe. But if you're like, am I doing this right? Look at your front knee and toes and make sure they're pointing straight forward. Your back foot's a 45-degree angle. Tighten your back leg straight. Pull your low belly muscles in and up. Lift the chest in the center of your pelvis. Your back arm and your front arm are in line. Reverse warrior. Flip the front right palm. Reach up. Gaze at the lifted hand or off to the side. And gently bend your front knee forward again. Take 3 breaths. Concentrate on your breath. Yoga is a practice of endurance, and surfing takes a lot of endurance too. And so one way you can maintain your endurance is just taking one moment at a time. Take this last breath. Return back into warrior two. Squeeze your front leg straight. Peek down at your front right knee. Roll your inner right thigh forward. Knee and toes are pointing forward. Reach out over the right leg. Take your hand to your shin or the block and turn the chest open. Look up at your lifted hand. Anybody out there that's feeling pretty secure here, you could reach your arms by your head to take more of a core strengthening experience. Watch out for locking the front knee. Mini bend in the front knee. Press into your ball mound to your foot. Take one more breath. If you're in flying variation, go ahead and split the arms. Half moon pose. Bend through your right knee. If you're using the block, take hold of the block and line it up outside of your right foot. Step your left foot up about halfway. Heels are in a line. Reach the block forward, maybe about 1.5 feet. It's in line with the pinky toe side of your right foot. Shift the weight into the right leg and flex your left leg up. Heel in line with the hip. Soften behind the knee, but if your knee is really bent, carefully work towards straightening the leg. Gaze at one spot for your balance. And so obviously, right, balance is really important in surfing. And some of balance is mental focus. So if you're thinking about something else, it's very hard to balance. Keeping your eyeballs steady helps balance, but also having a relaxed mental attitude. So if you're stressed, it's harder to balance. Feeling for your breath reduces the stress level. Take one more breath. Okay, slowly bend through the right knee, land the left toes back, warrior two, inhale, reverse. Exhale, cartwheel the arms down. Pause, hands frame your front foot, lift your back heel, and now take your right arm, reach it behind you, roll the chest open, reach the arm up, and now take your arm up over your head for extended, twisted, low lunge. This is called something like that. Okay, inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, tighten your core, twist a little deeper. Squeeze your left leg really straight. Squeeze your left butt cheek. Squeeze your hips towards each other. For 3, keep breathing. For 2. And now on 1, reach straight up. Plant the left hand flat and step your right foot back to meet the left. Vasisthasana, side plank. Again, strengthening through your arms, your shoulders. Anybody out there, too much on the wrist, too much in general? Lower your knee down to the floor, the left knee. The gaze is up at the lifted hand. Take one more full cycle of breath. Okay, plank pose. Now, if you'd like a classical vinyasa, cleanse the palate. Little palate cleanser, inhale. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward dog. All right, that was a lot. Maybe you feel like you want to turn off this video and do something else, but stick with it. Just take one breath at a time. And especially because we just did the right side, so at least we got to finish the left. But maybe you're having a great time, and don't worry, there's more for you after this. Okay, inhale, left leg up. Exhale, maybe you lift it a little bit higher. Keep stretching. Push the floor away with the arms. Take one more inhale. Exhale, hug your thigh to your chest, and step your foot through between the hands as light as you can. Pivot the back heel down, front heel in line with the back arch. Warrior two. So second side, I'm not going to say as much because you want to move into your meditative space. So gaze out over your front middle finger, do the alignment that you remember, and take 5 breaths and go really deep into feeling your breath. Last breath. Okay, reverse warrior, flip the front palm, reach up, gaze the lifted hand, and again, second side, you are moving into your meditation space, so clear the mind by focusing very deeply on the feeling of your breath. 5 breaths. Don't move a muscle. Okay, squeeze the front leg straight, arms parallel to the floor, roll the inner left thigh forward, reach forward, find triangle pose, and the tendency here is to kind of hunch forward. Keep your spine as long as possible. This is going to really help strengthen your core. And then those of you who prefer arms go by the ears, 5 breaths. That moment when you feel like you want to give up, that's where you got to keep going. Just steady your eyeballs and concentrate on the breath. Okay, bend in the knee, warrior 2 pose. Wait, whoops. Reach forward, triangle, and balancing half moon. How could I forget? Bend your left knee, take the left block to the left side of the left foot, slide the back foot up, heels in a line, slide the block forward, look at one spot on the floor, shift the weight into the left leg, flex your right foot, heel in line with the hip, open through your chest. If you feel like you're falling down backwards, it's because your top leg is going too far behind you. So keep the top leg a little bit in front of your hip. Your inner thigh of the standing leg is rolling forward, so the knee and toes are pointing forward. Okay, here we go. 5 breaths. If you're very advanced, look at the top thumb. 4 more breaths. Okay, slow motion. Bend through your standing knee. Set your toes behind you. Warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, cartwheel down to the floor. Lift your back heel. Reach back with your left hand. Palm faces out. Reach up with the left arm. And now take your left arm over your head. 5 breaths. Gazing towards the side wall or up to the ceiling. Take both of your shoulder blades down the back. Squeeze strongly through your back leg. Squeeze through your butt cheeks. Outer hips hugging in. Externally rotate the top arm. Last breath. Okay, side plank. So stretch up through your left arm, pivot onto the pinky toe side of the right foot, and step left toes to stack over the right. Tuck your tailbone under, draw the front ribs in, brighten the chest towards the wall that your crown of the head is pointing towards. Yes, you'd probably call that the front wall. 3 breaths. Slowly upward push-up plank pose. You could take a vinyasa sequence. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward dog. All right, bend your knees, step the left foot forward, right foot forward, top of the mat. To help stretch your wrist, either put the backs of your hands onto your shin bones with the fingers pointing up to your knees, or slide your hands under your feet with your toes tickling your wrist. As you inhale, lengthen up halfway. Exhale, fold, bend your elbows out to the sides, and relax the neck. Draw your low belly muscles in and up and feel your spine hang over the legs. Take 3 delicious breaths. Okay, go ahead and release the grip on your feet. Inhale halfway. Exhale the rest of the way up. And we're going to balance on one leg. I'll demo it just real quick here, but then I'm going to turn around because we're going to take tree pose into warrior 3 back to the top of the mat. So it's going to be a little bit of balancing, which is great for surfing. Okay, so hands to the heart. Shift the body weight into your left leg and take your right heel to your calf muscle, ankle, or you can pick your foot up and put your foot on your upper thigh. So tree pose with the right leg lifted. If this is difficult for you, just keep your eyes on one spot and you might reach your arms out to the sides to help your balance. If this feels easy for you, you could take your arms up overhead and look up at your thumbs. 5 breaths. Squeeze your hips towards each other, lengthen the spine up. Breathe into the side rib cage. Okay, hug your knee into your chest, right knee into the chest. Keep your arms up, pivot on the pelvis, come into warrior 3 pose with your arms extending out. And I guess the shoulders are flexed here, but anyways, so we'll be here for 5 breaths. Look at one spot. Reach through your back heel, reach through your front arms. Okay, reach your arms into a cactus shape, and then guide your arms back by your sides. Flip the palms down, squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other. And now, slow motion, start to hug your right knee into the chest. Standing up. Again, reach your arms up over your head. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze the right leg straight. Inhale, bend your knee. Exhale, straighten the leg. Inhale, bend your knee. Exhale, straighten the leg. And now go ahead and set the arms down and the leg down and give it a shake. Deep inhale. Long exhale. Okay, other side. Join your hands palm against palm at the center of the chest. Feel your feet on the mat and take your left heel to your ankle, calf muscle, or pick up your foot and put it on your upper thigh. Tree pose, Vrikshasana. Squeeze the legs together. Pelvis is level to the front, spine tall. Arms could be out to the sides or overhead. 3 more breaths. Gaze at one thing. Very advanced students, do this with your eyes closed. Hug your knee into your chest, and then slowly soften through your standing right knee. Reach your left heel back, stretch your arms forward, and we'll be here for 5 breaths. 2 breaths here with the arms reaching out. And then arms can come to the sides like a cactus, or if you have the room, right, you can make them like an airplane. And then swing the arms back, flip the palms down. 2 more breaths. And now as slow as you can, bending through both knees. Maybe the knees, they don't have to swipe necessarily, but they go near each other. Reach your arms up, lift your torso, inhale. Exhale, left leg straight out in front of you. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, straighten the leg. Inhale, bend your knee. Exhale, straighten the leg. And then go ahead and set it down and give it a little shake. Okay, I'm going to throw this one in there because I think it's one of my sister's favorite stretches. I see her do it often. Here we go. Chair pose, hips down and arms up. Gaze at one spot. Send the body weight into your left leg. Pick up your right knee. Turn your right thigh out and cross your ankle over your knee. Now start to sit a little lower. If it's okay, you're going to stretch your outer right hip, outer right thigh. 5 breaths. If it's really easy for your body, you can come all the way down, stomach to thigh, chest to the knee. Keep squeezing the hips towards each other. Reach the arms straight. One more breath. Okay, slowly lift your torso. Lift your thigh into your chest, stand up. Set the foot down, arms down, and give it a shake. Okay, let's do the other side. Chair, hips down, arms up. Pick up your left knee, turn the thigh out, cross ankle over the top of the leg. You feel stretch, stay where you are. If you don't feel stretch, sit a little deeper. Stick the booty back. And you might stay here, right? This is a pretty deep stretch, but you might come all the way down. Stomach to thighs, chest to knees, arms by the ears. 3 breaths. Slowly lift the spine up, stand up, hug the knee into the chest, and then set the leg down, arms down, and give it a little shake. All right, standing at the top of the mat. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold down over the legs. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold. And then step your left foot back, your right foot back, and lower the knees to the floor. This is going to be the last vigorous strength exercise, and then we're going to go into stretching. Okay, this is going to help strengthen your hips and your stomach. Let's take a couple cat-cows first. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, forward round. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, forward round. And then last one, back bending inhale. Exhale, round the spine forward. Find your long neutral spine. Keep the support of both hands. And now you're going to take your right knee, lift it 1 inch off the floor, and move your right knee out to the right like a dog at a hydrant. Have your knee in line with the hip, shin bone in line with the knee, and foot flex. And squeeze, tuck your tailbone under a little bit. Squeeze the hips towards each other, even though the leg is out. Take an inhale. Exhale, leg hovers. Inhale, right knee up. Exhale, lower. Inhale it up. Exhale, lower. Let's do this for 5, 4, 3, for 2, and then last one. Okay, set the knee down. Probably like the arms burning a little bit, thighs burning. Let's do the other side. So shift the weight into the right knee, right hand, and hover your left knee. Inhale, bring your knee out to the side, keep breathing. And again, scoop the tailbone under, pull the belly muscles in, push the floor weight, keep both of your arms straight. Gaze in between the thumbs. Inhale, lower the knee. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. And we'll do this for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and then last one. Okay, go ahead and set the knee down. I feel like we should do one more hard thing. Okay, but this is going to be it. So knees stacked, arms stacked, right leg back, left arm forward. Take an inhale and exhale, bend the left elbow out to the left and right knee out to the right. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, bend it out. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, bend it out. Let's do 5. Gaze at one spot. 4. For 3. For 2. And then last one. Okay, inhale, arm forward, leg back. Exhale, set your hand down, set your knee down. Oh my God, we gotta do the other side, but just one breath at a time. Right arm forward, left leg back, inhale. Exhale, bend the elbow out, bend the knee up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze. 5. 4. 3. For 2. And then last one. Inhale, arm forward, leg back. Exhale, set the hand down, set the knee down. Take a breather, child's pose. Rest your shoulders, rest your head, and find the wave of the breath again. Every exhale's like the wave dissolving back into the ocean. Sink your body, dissolve it into the floor. Now, if it's available to your body to do Gomukhasana legs, you're going to come up to it all fours and cross your right knee over your left knee. Separate your feet and sit between your heels. If this doesn't feel good or it feels super tight, you can take the block and you can sit on top of a block. I'm going to give you a lot of options. The other option, now I'll mirror you, is to take cross legs. And if your butt is rolling back, sit on a block or sit on a blanket. Shoulder stretch, arms out in front. Take your right elbow, tuck it under your left elbow. Lift your forearms, twist the wrist, and close your eyes. Take 3 breaths under your shoulder blades. Breathe into your lower back ribs. Okay, untie the arms and fold forward. 5 breaths. Lift your spine up and switch the crossing of your legs. So the left knee could be on top. You can take Gomukhasana legs, or left shin cross in front of the right, Sukhasana, arms out in front. Now left elbow goes underneath, and find your eagle arms, stretch under your shoulder blades. 3 breaths. Slowing things down. Untie the arms and stretch forward. 5 breaths. Stretching your outer hips, outer thighs, low back. Relax your eyebrows. Relax space in between your eyebrows. And as you're ready, lift yourself up. Plant your feet on the mat. Scoot your hips forward. Reach forward. Roll down slowly until you're laying on your back. Look straight up at the ceiling. Push into your feet. Lift the hips up. Interlace your hands underneath you. Wiggle the shoulders towards each other. Stretching open your chest. Scoop the tailbone under. Little squeeze of your glutes. And take 5 breaths. Bridge pose. Untie the arms, roll your upper back, middle back, lower back down on the floor, and take a breath to recover. Straighten your left leg, interlace your hands over your right shin bone, take an inhale, exhale, move your right leg across your body, and if you need a deeper twist, lift the hips up so that the knee can move to the floor and the shoulder can move to the floor. If this twist is too tight for your back, you can always put a block underneath your thigh, and that's going to take some of the twist out. But same thing with your shoulder. If your shoulder hurts, make sure it's not like way up here. Level the shoulder blades on the floor. If your shoulder isn't touching the floor though and you feel fine, then it's fine. So right arm is out to the right, left hand can rest on the right thigh. Maybe you gaze to the right, or you can keep a neutral neck looking up the ceiling. Take 3 more long exhales. And again, imagine your body is spreading out like the water spreads out in front of you in the ocean. Hug your knee into your armpit, give the leg a little squeeze, switch legs, right knee bends up, left knee bends up, right leg straight, and then move your thigh across your body, come into the twist, gazing up or over your shoulder. So letting nature work on you here, so soften the body to gravity. Feel the rhythm of your breath. If you notice an erratic rhythm in your breath, smooth out the breath. Hug your knee back up into your armpit. Bring both knees up into the chest. Butterfly, soles of the feet touch knees open. You can hold on to feet or ankles, or you can let the legs touch the floor, and resting your hands on your body, somewhere that feels good. If you haven't yet, close your eyes. Feel the rise and fall of your breath. Let everything slow down. for Shavasana, take your hands on the outsides of your legs, draw the legs together, slide your legs out, palms facing up by your sides. If your low back's a little sore, bend the knees, pigeon toe your feet, and let the knees rest against each other. And this pose is very important to stabilize after all of that work and to create more of that surfing mentality, which I know surfing can get super aggressive. People can get really aggressive out in the water, but to create more of like the Bob Marley style, surfer vibe of being chill and relaxing your nervous system, being in tune with nature. So really important to take this pose so that your nervous system calms down. So especially if you don't want to be in this pose, then it means it would really help you. And if you love this pose, then you already understand the wisdom of it probably. I'm going to go ahead and leave you all here in Shavasana. Thank you so much for taking this journey, Yoga for Surfers. Let me know what you thought, putting a comment, in the comments box. If you like the channel, please subscribe, and let me know if it helped you with your surfing or if you have any other requests. Have a great rest of your day.